You, I'm lost for words. Toddy, I'm gonna pass it to you first, and I'm gonna try to build the courage to say what I want to say. What are
I
your
mean,
thoughts?
it's just LeBron's old. He's now if LeBron was like 32, he probably would have been able, like 32-year-old LeBron might have been able to maybe make some shake. I just think this OKC team is very. I don't think we're talking about how good this OKC team actually is um, without Jalen Williams and the emergence of AJ Mitchell. Uh, they have a they have something that they need to discuss, and Jalen Williams makes $200 something million, and AJ Mitchell makes $3 million. So I mean, and obviously Shea Gilgeous-Alexander through the an all-world closeout game for him with 35 points in LA. It just the Lakers didn't have enough firepower. Obviously, Luka Doncic just was absent the entire playoffs, and it sucks because the run that he was on going into the playoffs, he like healthy Luka and healthy Austin Reeves and LeBron just kind of just hey, I'm still LeBron, but I'm not really the main guy, focal point in the offense. They were a scary team coming into the playoffs. A lot of people didn't really want to play that version of the Lakers, but then Luka goes down with the injury. Austin Reeves simultaneously goes down, and then LeBron has to carry them to a series victory against the Rockets. And then, Austin Reeves comes back, and just, you never really got to see the Lakers at full strength. I would have loved what they would have been able to look like against this OKC team because they did not have another scoring juggernaut in Jalen Williams. So, but we did get to see Chad Holmgren kind of have his little his resurgence of being maybe I'm the number two guy, and obviously I already mentioned AJ Mitchell. This guy's been on an absolute tear this entire playoffs, and he's putting the world on notice. How good this? I mean, it's really just a credit to Sam Presti, who somehow is picking the lottery once again and has like just guys that haven't even played that are former lottery picks, like guys like Topic, and there's one more guy that we have not
Thomas
seen.
Sober.
Yeah. Just this guy is just an all-time GM. He's in his duffel bag. So
Some would say the Howie of NBA.
you
Howie
could say
Rose.
that. Hey, Presti was this close to being in the top. It could have been really scary if they would have ended up getting that top 5 pick. But I do think just the Lakers were just outmatched. I mean, LeBron did it as best as he could. He's 41 years old. Nobody is doing this at this age. And Kevin sent me a screenshot earlier, the side by side, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, LeBron James stats for this series. Albeit, I would say it was a little bit skewed just because they threw the kitchen sink at Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and that was basically what Kevin said. The game plan was, hey, Shea, we're gonna try and take him away. Let's see if Chet, AJ Mitchell, somebody else could beat us, and that's basically what happened. So, hats off to the Lakers, man. I mean, a lot of people were kind of speculating on what LeBron's gonna do. I don't think he's gonna retire. I feel like LeBron's the guy to say, hey. It's gonna be a fucking movie, like a red carpet. It's gonna be an event when he's going to announce his retirement because, I mean, my God, he's been playing basketball ever since I was a child. So I don't think he's the type to just say, all right, guys, that's it. I'm done. I think he's going to like, all right, this is my last year. He'll have like a farewell tour and the whole shit. And ticket prices will be insane for wherever city that he goes.
Kevin will be selling his kidney to go watch him play in Portland.
There we go. So, just the Lakers they were outmatched. OKC's a juggernaut. OKC's probably going to go to the finals again. But we'll see the health based on J-Dub. And, I mean, the Spurs team is also very good, too. So,
all right, Keith, what are your thoughts? Lakers go down 4-0, and it's all she wrote.
Well, my first thoughts are I strive to be as successful in life going forward as Dylan Brooks is successful as being the biggest hater maybe in the history of civilization. I don't think there's anybody who's been a bigger hater than Dylan Brooks. Showing up to your enemy's funeral he is the real life equivalent of that guy posted up in the all black fit at the funeral that posted on IG. He is that meme. In all seriousness, I'm not going to sit here and dance on the Lakers' grave. I actually commend the Lakers for the way they fought last night. They went down swinging until the bitter end. Reeves, obviously LeBron gave him another 20 ball. Jackson Hayes gave him 18. They fought to the end, and Oklahoma City proved why they are the defending champs. They proved why from here on out, they're going to be a handful for anybody to beat 4 out of 7 times in the conference finals. And if they get past that, then the NBA finals. It's tough for me as one of the biggest LeBron fans to know the writing is on the wall, that the end is coming. I don't think he's going to retire. I think he's got 1, maybe 2 years left. But my biggest concern going forward for LeBron is, what is the goal? Because we knew what the goal was with Kobe. Kobe so desperately wanted to get that 6th championship, but his body betrayed him. LeBron's body, you can make the argument, if you're not going to make LeBron the greatest player of all time in the history of basketball, at least make him longevity-wise the greatest basketball player at all time. LeBron's been going at this now since darn near at a high level, if you include high school, from the age of 16 to now. That's 25 plus years of basketball, 25 years of training. There's FIBA games, there's Olympics, there's at least 5 NBA Finals appearances in there. So realistically, for at least half of LeBron James's life on this earth, he has played at the highest level, at the most competitive level of basketball in the world for 20 plus years. And albeit a couple of nicks and knacks here or there, he's healthy. He had another 24 points last night, had another 12 rebounds. It's not like LeBron went out there last night and gave him 6 points. He's still effective. He can still play. But my thing is, what are we trying to achieve? Because even with LeBron, even with Luka, there's so many things wrong with this team. And again, even if Luka is out there, yes, he can score the basketball, but defensively, he's such a liability. You're playing 4-on-5 darn near every single night with Luka out there. So if the goal is to win a championship, you can't stay in LA because the West is too tough. Oklahoma City's not going anywhere. San Antonio's not going anywhere. You think Anthony Edwards and Minnesota are just going to lie down? And that's not including the Houstons. That's not including a bunch of other teams that are on the rise. So the West is tough. And then if you go to the East, I mean, realistically, if anyone brings them on their team, like a huge competitor or somebody that's going to contend for a title, what is LeBron going to be? The second, the third option, maybe? So I don't see a situation where he would do that and say, oh, I'm fine taking a back seat. I think he would want to stay in LA. But if I'm the Lakers, from a business standpoint, it makes sense. But do I still want LeBron? Do I still want all that comes with it? Do I still want to put him on the floor knowing that my team's not going to be any better? I'm nowhere closer to a championship with LeBron, hate to say it, than I am without LeBron. So this offseason, there's going to be some interesting conversations to have been had in LA. Because if they're being really honest with themselves, this whole Luka thing, it ain't worked out too good, since he's been here. He's had this injury. The weight's still in flux. The Lakers, and maybe it's more of a Laker thing, the Lakers are going to have some more interesting things to deal with here because the roster is decent. I mean, you beat Houston without Durant, but I think you still would have beat them without Durant to where you can still be a competitive team. I don't think they're in that upper echelon that's going to compete for a championship in the West anytime soon. And LeBron's getting older. We know Luka doesn't want to care for his body the way he has in the past, even though he did shed a lot of weight. But again, in closing this out, Toddy made a great point. I think it speaks more to Oklahoma City. And when do we start making the argument that Sam Presti is the greatest general manager to ever walk the earth? Because every single move he makes, and I hope they really think about a documentary about this one day, has there ever been a general manager in the history of North American professional sports that has executed the perfect rebuild, not once, but twice, because he's done it twice now. He had Harden, he had Westbrook, he had Durant, then he had to blow the whole thing up, and he rebuilt it from scratch, and it's better than it happened the first time. So, I mean, at what point do we understand that Sam Presti is the Yoda, the wise sage of the NBA, and everything he touches turns to gold? I don't know, but he's got my vote for the greatest general manager of all time. And I think that should be more of the story, but because it is the Lakers, they're going to grab the headlines with LeBron.